I'm Melissa, and this is my final project, a virtual museum of art. My application is designed for learning and education. The macro station will be supported by the other two goals of entertainment and accessibility. Entertainment or edutainment will serve as an intrinsic motivator, and accessibility will improve users' ability to learn about art and art history. My application is intended for a global audience and thus designed to accommodate a very diverse pool of users. Above you can see the demographics of my 5 user testers. I based my user needs analysis on feedback from these users whom I asked to test out an application similar to mine. I also created a set of user personas to help guide my needs analysis, since the above sample is not diverse enough to encompass the variety of people who I want to use my application. Users will need to know how to navigate the virtual space and access different levels of information according to their personal goals. The type of device being used will also impact design, especially in navigation. The above slide outlines some major obstacles identified by my users and predicted using my personas. Many of these obstacles have to do with inaccessible information and difficult navigation. I also include here some motivators, demotivators, and desired features. In particular, my users express a desire for better navigation, ability to zoom in or bring objects closer, and the inclusion of both audio narration and captioning. The layout, content, and interface of my museum are designed to facilitate easy navigation and access to information. One important feature I designed into the app is personalization. At the beginning of the application, users will be prompted to choose a language and a difficulty level, easy, medium, or hard. These are adjusted to age groups and education level. The visitor will then begin their experience in the main lobby, which will serve as an information and sharing center. Users will be able to access all rooms, including galleries and activities, from the central location. Positioning the user here from the beginning will also have the effect of easing them into the experience. No matter what kind of device the visitor is using, they will be able to navigate the virtual museum with the gaze icon. On a headset, the user can point the small star-shaped icon towards a door or waypoint, which highlights it. Lingering the gaze for a few seconds allows the user to move forward. They will use the same icon to select and zoom in on objects on display in the galleries or to interact within stories and games. Computer and mobile users will be able to point their mouse or phone in the desired direction to perform the same actions. Here I have combined my task flow analysis at the bottom with my paper prototypes to better demonstrate my design. The application supports a number of navigation features, and users can navigate to galleries or activities from any room using either the main menu, the navigation feature, or simply moving from room to room using the gaze function. This is demonstrated in the slide above, where the user can navigate using the gaze feature to highlight an opening and move to a new room. Notice the question mark in the lower right corner, which leads to a help menu. This icon appears on most screens. Here is an example of how to use the navigation menu feature. Gazing at the word navigate in the main menu brings up a sitemap. The user then highlights the desired room and is taken there. This feature is accessible from any room. Alternatively, the user can select galleries or activities from the main menu to view a list of all the rooms in each category and navigate to the desired room. Users can also access object-specific activities from the gallery. For example, if they see an interesting painting, they may be motivated to explore further by jumping into the painting. They could do so with gaze. They will know which objects are interactive by the presence of prompts and ability to highlight the object. This supports the exploratory learning method, which motivates the user with curiosity. It also allows the user more control over their path through the museum. Another important task is the ability to access information about objects and subjects. Here's an example of how to access information about an object from gallery. Step 1. Navigate to the gallery using any of the previously mentioned methods. Step 2. Highlight the object with gaze, which brings up a question mark icon. Then linger on the question mark to open more information. The information is also tailored to the difficulty level the visitor selects at the beginning of their visit. Here is the FBM analysis for this option. Users can also access information about people and topical subjects by interacting with them inside of stories and games. This slide illustrates how users can gaze to prompt discussion with subjects. Since interaction within a scene is less obvious than in the gallery, I use blue dots to indicate people and objects that a user can interact with. The user can choose how they interact, which improves user perception of control. Notice that the dialogue is available in both audio and text, and deaf users can use closed captioning for describing interactive sounds. My testers gave me much valuable feedback on my prototypes. One feature I forgot to consider was how to make the menu collapsible. Having the full menu present for every page was apparently distracting and obscured the art. Another feature a tester suggested was to change the menu text into icons, which would simplify the layout. However, I did receive pushback from another tester with this idea, since the lack of universally understood icons for each of the menu items might create more confusion. Another user suggested I redo the navigation map to make it look more like a 2D floor plan rather than a 3D box. From this project and the course, I have learned to understand the principles of persuasive design, to design ethically, and to match the product's goals to my users' goals.